Every year feels like some kind of financial DJ vu. January arrives and you swear, this time I'm doing it right. But then March shows up and your money looks exactly like last year's money wearing a different outfit. It's like someone pressed restart on your life without asking you. And you keep playing the same level, hoping somehow it'll unlock the next one. It's not that you're not trying. You budget, you plan, you tighten everything you can tighten, and sometimes you even tighten stuff that has nothing to do with money, like your emotions or your dreams. You say you're fine even when you're not. And that quiet frustration, it starts living in your chest like a tenant who never pays rent. But here's the truth no one ever teaches you. Your financial life doesn't change just because you want it to. It changes when you understand what's actually keeping it the same. There's a real reason you keep circling the same mountain. A reason your progress resets the moment life throws something unexpected at you. And it's not because you're irresponsible or lazy or bad with money. It's because you were trained to survive, not to build. Stay with me for a moment because this is where everything starts to shift. There's something about the next 6 months, something most people never take advantage of that can completely rewrite your financial direction. And not with luck, not with unrealistic discipline, but with a new lens that suddenly makes your old habits look outdated. And once this clicks, once you see the pattern underneath your pattern, you'll realize your future doesn't have to look anything like your past. Because after today, you'll never think about your money, your time, or your choices the same way again. Now let's break this DJ vu cycle wide open because it's not happening by accident. Most people don't realize this, but your financial life is driven by something far more powerful than discipline or budgeting apps. Your automatic money identity is the quiet script running in the background of your mind, the one built from childhood, small mistakes, many embarrassments, and moments you never processed. And whether you notice it or not, that script is deciding how you spend, how you save, how you react, and how you sabotage yourself. Think about it. You've had days when you felt unstoppable when you told yourself, this time I'm sticking to the plan. And then one unexpected bill, one stressful week, one emotional dip, and suddenly you're back in the same loop. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. But here's the wild part. The pattern isn't yours. You inherited it from family, from your environment, from surviving instead of growing. You were given beliefs like money is stressful, wealth is complicated, saving is a luxury, or I'll fix it later. And without realizing it, you've been living inside someone else's blueprint. But now that you see it, something shifts. You start to understand why the change you want never matches the change you get. You start to see why motivation fades. You start to see why 6 months can pass and nothing truly improves. And here's where things get powerful. Financial transformation doesn't begin with numbers, it begins with awareness. Once you expose the script, you can rewrite it. And once you rewrite it, you stop reacting and start building. What if the real breakthrough waiting for you isn't more hustle, more discipline, or more strategies, but a new identity? A version of you that no longer repeats the past because they're finally aware of the code that has been running their life in silence. Once that shift happens, even small changes start compounding in surprising ways. The loop breaks, the reset button disappears. And for the first time in a long time, your effort actually turns into progress. Now that you understand the identity behind your financial decisions, let's talk about the part nobody explains, the 6-month window that can change your entire direction. Not 6 years, not your whole life, just 6 months of alignment and everything starts compounding in ways that feel almost unfair. Because once you shift your identity, your behavior stops fighting you. You stop dragging yourself through improvement. You start moving like someone who expects progress, not someone hoping for it. Here's the truth most people never hear. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And right now, your system isn't broken, it's outdated. 6 months is long enough for momentum, but short enough for urgency. Month 1, you start noticing your leaks. Month 2, you start choosing differently. Month 3, momentum begins. Months 4 to 6, your identity and habits fully align. You're no longer repeating the same financial year, you're building your next one. Now that the identity shift and the 6-month blueprint are in motion, let's talk strategy, not the boring, complicated kind, but the kind that finally makes money feel like something you can direct, not endure. Here's the truth nobody likes to admit. Most people don't need more money, they need better management of the money they already have. So let's build the system that actually works: awareness, automation, and allocation. Awareness reveals the leaks. Automation replaces willpower with reliability. Allocation gives your money a job before your emotions do. And something incredible happens, your brain begins to trust you. You feel safer. You feel steadier. You feel in control. This is how transformation actually feels, not dramatic, but stable, consistent, and absolutely game-changing. Because once you build a system that supports your identity, your future stops being a mystery and starts becoming a plan. So here we are, the moment everything comes together. Because the truth is, your financial life doesn't change from a single breakthrough, it changes from small, consistent shifts that finally point in the same direction. After everything we've uncovered, you now have something most people never give themselves: a real chance. A chance to stop repeating last year. A chance to build 6 months that actually means something. A chance to become the version of you who builds instead of survives. But transformation needs protection. It needs clarity. It needs the mindset that keeps the progress alive. And that's why your next step matters. If you want this 6-month transformation to stick, if you want your progress to become your new normal, then your next move is simple. Watch why most people never succeed. Fix this fast right after this. It reveals the psychological traps that sabotage progress right when it starts working. And before you go, if this message gave you clarity, hope, or even a sense of direction, do something small that keeps messages like this alive. Subscribe to Wisdom Recorded, your knowledge source, and hit like so this message reaches someone who needs it as much as you did. Your next 6 months are waiting. Make them different.